So and which direction to turn the tuning peg. So we have to find the tuning peg, and then we have to be able to adjust it. So I'm playing my low E string. It's obviously sharp right now. It's a little too high. And then I'm going to follow along my string over to the head of the guitar. I'm going to find that's wrapped around this very first one along the top. And I'm going to bring it up, and I'm going to bring it down. And I'm going to try to get it right there in the middle. Obviously, you guys are going to have different tuning apps. There we go. And if it's like 1 or 2% off, that's not that big of a deal. Okay. Second one, say it to yourself. What is the second letter? It's E, then A. So I hope you said A. And then I'm going to play my A. Oh, it looks like it's negative 12 low. Okay. So I'm going to find my A. I'm going to follow along. I'm going to follow it's along on the top row over here. The top row, the middle one. And then I'm going to grab that tuning peg. And then as I'm playing with my left hand, it's going to work almost exactly the same. It's going to work almost exactly the same. So if you have a tuner from school, it works on the same principles. It's just going to give you a left and a right. So it's going to show you where it's low, just like that. You know, the meter might look a little different, but the principles are going to work exactly the same. I'm using an app that's called Tunable. It might cost a few dollars, might cost $5 or $6. I like this particular one, but there's plenty of free ones. Next one is D. Same thing. If you're not sure which tuning peg to grab onto, find the string, follow it up all the way. I'm on the top row, and I'm on the last one. There we go. Okay, and then which direction? You'll get used to this. But at first, you're going to have to kind of experiment. I'm having trouble finding my camera here. And it's okay to kind of do that a little bit. You know, kind of bring it up a little bit and bring it down a little bit. Okay, imagine you're doing this on each string. The next one's a G. I happen to know that this one is very out of tune. Wow, look at that. It is 35% flat. Okay, so as you look at that, you're like, okay, I can see that it's a G. It's close to the right letter. That's the G note. It says G, but it's real low. So I'm going to, and this is the one that students always get confused with. Okay, so I'm going to find the G. It's this string right here, and I'm going to follow it, and it's the farthest one along the bottom, and I'm going to adjust that. And then as I'm finding my camera here. Now I want to point out something. I'm not twisting a lot. So if you're doing 1 or 2 turns, that means that you're having trouble with this. Okay. And maybe it's probably best to email Mr. Dean or maybe stick around with me on a call. If some students just have an absolutely awful time of this and end up getting their guitars super out of whack. If you do like 2 or 3 turns of this one and, 2 turns of this one this way, like all your letters are just going to be so off that you might be really confused. And I might just have to sit down with you. So I just want to put it out there first. Mr. Dean may have to sit down with you and like clean up your letters. Now, hopefully you haven't twisted any of these too much. But over the next few days, as you're practicing on Friday and on Saturday and on Sunday, and yes, that's part of the class is practicing every day, that I hope you're thinking about getting your tuning app, getting your tuner, works on the same principles, and really setting it up so that you're ready to go and just really taking time to become familiar with this. Like how many times, go ahead and type in the chat box, how many times do you think you'd have to tune a guitar before you're good at it? How many times do you think you'd have to tune a guitar before you're good at it? Devin says a lot. Anthony says 22, which is oddly specific, Anthony. Levi says 15. John says 30. Want to know something crazy? Is there's guitar players out there, professional guitar players, that are still working on their tuning. You never get perfect at it. Isn't that crazy? So you never finish learning how to tune. You get better at it. Yeah, there we go, Alex. That's the number I was looking for. 9 billion. Once you've tuned your guitar 9 billion times, you are perfect. 123 billion, Michael. Thank you. And Leo seems to think 0 for some reason. You never tune your guitar, and as long as you don't care, it's fine. Well, that's not exactly going to work, but it'll be a good start. All right, Aiden's back. Hey, so